Welcome to Study Loop.
Hello. In this video, we're going to talk about the phosphorus cycle. The phosphorus cycle describes how phosphorus goes from the environment to an ecosystem and from the ecosystem back into the environment. The phosphorus cycle is important because phosphorus is often the limiting nutrient in aquatic ecosystems. But it's important to know that phosphorus in nature is found as PO4 minus 3. Now that we've gone down the basics of the phosphorus cycle, it's time to go over it more specifically. So most phosphorus starts in the environment in the form of rocks. Through weathering, these rocks through weathering, these rocks release their phosphorus into rivers, lakes, and oceans. And from these ecosystems, it then enters the ecosystem and is taken by animals and through this process enters the food web, which we described in earlier ones. However, animals within the food web are going to use the phosphorus and ultimately decompose it back into its PO4 minus 3 character on the floor ocean sediments, right? So animals are going to, in the food web, are going to use this phosphorus, and after using it, the phosphorus is going to decompose back to its basic bits in the form of phosphorus sediments. Over years, these sediments are going to come together and go back into rocks. We can see that this is a phosphorus cycle, and it cycles because rocks are both at the beginning and the end of the cycle. There are, in addition, two other ways that phosphorus can enter the ecosystem from the environment, that being volcanic activity and finally through runoff, most often from fertilizers. So therefore, we see that phosphorus enters the ecosystem from weathering, volcanic activity, and runoff, and it goes back into the environment through the decomposition of biological molecules from organisms.